just here to present rather my response as to your concerns the last time. So I have already uploaded the latest chapter, or rather the latest module in eLearn, and you can actually view on module 2 and the activity. Hopefully you'll be able to finish the activity by next week so that I'll be able to know your responses and make the necessary actions out of it. So for now, allow me to share my screen. So in response to your, let's say, expectation from last session, these are some of the topics that I saw that would benefit your concerns. So these are some of the topics that I chose for before your midterms. So these speakers are already confirmed. So expect that in the next sessions that we will be having them. So there were those who were expecting that they would want to know how they could get funding or how they could get help as to the research or as to your FY. So I have invited somebody from the USAID Science, Technology, Research, and Innovation for Development. She is the program specialist on which she will talk to us on driving innovation, the government, industry, and academic ecosystem. And there were also some of you whose concern was, or whose expectation was to know more on how they transcended from being an engineer to an entrepreneur. So I have invited the CEO of Salixic Incorporated, Engineer Jill Manapa, to share her story on how she founded the company, the Salixic Incorporated, and also how your research could be much more understandable to the business sector. And there were also some of you whose concern was they would want guidance on how they could turn their ideas into products, services, or models, of which I have invited somebody from the University of the Philippines on the UP Sustaining Collaboration in Advanced Learning Environment, or Upscale Innovation Hub, si Engineer Crisel Villaluna, who would share to you on the introduction to design thinking, turning ideas into products, service, or model. And there were some few whose expectation was to know more about how these ideas are translated into the industry or into the corporate world. So I have invited a good friend of mine from Mondelez International. She is leading the sales team of this company here in the Philippines, Ms. Alaris Domingo Antonio, on which she will delve more on value proposition, customer and markets, and to show to you how these concepts are applied in the corporate world. So far, do I have questions or clarifications? Okay, hearing none, I'll proceed. So basically, this is how I would approach your class. Depending on your output, on your need, then I will find the necessary. I will do my best to find the necessary resource person that could address the needs that you are currently seeking or the things that you'd like to learn from this course. So this is as a result of your first output. So I hope that these resource speakers would be able to deliver what you are expecting from this course. And of course, I will be there to guide you along the way and to refine the ideas that they will be sharing. And as to the schedule, we will start to have them next week. So keep keep posted on eLearn as to the final schedules. But all the speakers have already confirmed. So we are expecting that before your midterms, we will have them in this class. Okay. Do I have questions or clarifications? Sige po, hearing none, let me proceed. If you could browse to your eLearn, Module 2 is already available. So this is on technopreneurship, customer valuation, and markets. So you will be introduced basically to the concepts of customer valuation and markets. But what we will do is that I will ask you to look into different case videos. And from these videos, you will be learning about these concepts. So let me just admit one. I urge you to take note of the comments of the judges. And don't worry, I'll be able to do a discussion from each of these case videos that I've presented on probably next week once you were able to finish this activity on which video or videos made an impression on you. So just allow me to run through this activity. So for this forum, you are to indicate your inputs on the video or videos that made an impression on you. The guide questions should be that having watched these videos, you are to identify if you are ready to make your own pitch, and you are to identify if who are you looking to turn into your product, to turn your idea into products. Are you looking for a investor? Are you looking for a funder? Are you looking for a partner? Are you looking for a collaborator? So these are things that I hope that as early as now you'd be able to know what you are looking for in order to turn your studies, your FY, or your ideas into reality. And I have also talked to some of my colleagues as to your studies. So there were those whose studies was on about old structures. So I have spoken someone from the National Culture of the Arts, and I have also there were those on structures. So I have talked somebody in DPWH. There were those whose concern was on traffic. So just before this session, I had a meeting with one of our experts here in the city. So these are things that we will have as we go along our discussion. So I urge everyone to please just state what you need, and I hope that I'll be able to deliver your expectation for this course. Now you might be asking, this course is in technopreneurship. So why are we spending so much time here rather than on the concept or on the topic on making money? Because it's very important for us to know what the problem that we are trying to solve. For those who went through the videos, there was this on case video number 2. You would know the danger of not knowing your customers. So basically, if you don't know the problem that you're trying to solve, or maybe we think that these are the problems, but in reality they are not. So we'll have more on that on design thinking, and so there is already one of you who participated on this activity, but you will have this week and next week to do your inputs. And before I proceed, do I have questions or clarifications? Okay, hearing none, I'll proceed. So the third thing that, okay, let me just go back. The third thing that I would like to ask of you is that I know you've participated in activity number 1, of which you placed your idea, your FYs. So I will be sharing this Google Sheet in the chat box. So just allow me to share this one. So I shared in the chat box this Excel file. So I know that in your FY you are working with teams. So if you have the same FYPS, kindly indicate here your names. Then provide a short description of your FYPS. And on this portion, you are to place your need or challenges that you are encountering right now in implementing your FY or idea, and maybe I could help you on that. So you have until next week siguro probably to answer this sheet so that I'll be able to contact the right people. And once we identify or once we are done with this activity, then the second module will be much more relevant because we are going to focus on your customer, value proposition, and target market. So again, if you have the same FY or if you are in the same team, just place your names here on one cell so that you'll be grouped together. And I think there was one who mentioned before that she's not yet doing her FY. Just place your idea or the thing that you would like to propose, and we'll see. We'll discuss on this once you're done with your activity. So I think that's it on my end. Do I have questions or clarifications? Okay, Miss Princess, you are acknowledged.
Hello, sir. So I tried to go to the link and then need some request access.
Okay, okay. Apologies for that. Let me change. Oh, why is this restricted? Can you try again, ma'am?
Okay, sir.
Uh,
Wait lang.
mm,
Yes, okay na, sir.
Okay. So for next week, we will have our first speaker, Miss Katrina Gratuito from USAID. So she'll be sharing to us on the innovation ecosystem. And just like what I asked of you, I have two sections for this course. So what I will do is that to maximize the presence of Miss Gratuito, I will also invite the other class, which are chemical engineering students, on Thursday, so that they'll be able to join this section to maximize the time of Miss Gratuito. And similarly, on Friday next week, I have invited a speaker from Saliksik. So you could also join the other class on that matter. But as I've said, while it is encouraged for everyone to join, I understand that you may have other schedules or you may have other commitments. Hello, sorry, I got disconnected. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
My laptop died, so I'm just using my phone right now. So just to proceed, as I was saying, uh, to maximize the time of our speakers, I will encourage your participation on Friday as well next week. But it's okay if you won't be able to join. Total, the recordings of all our sessions, of all our synchronous sessions, will be posted on eLearn. So, and of course, I will also be explaining or refining the things that our speakers would be sharing on those sessions. Okay. Do I have questions or clarifications at this point? Okay. There's a question from Miss Donabel. Yes, ma'am. Just for this exercise, just place your initial idea or your proposed FY, and we will see if I can group you to a similar project. So we'll have that by once you finished your activity. So again, I hope that you would be able to at least make a draft by next week so that I would know what are or what would be your needs or on how I can help you with your FY or turning your ideas into products, service, or model. Okay, Miss Princess, I think you're raising your hand.
Yes, sir. About the speakers, so like what time po? Like same time lang as this one, sir?
Yes po. They have committed to be with us on the same time so that it won't affect your other schedules. So our speakers would be available on Thursdays and Fridays. That's 6 p.m. But again, while it is encouraged that everyone that you can join, of course, that would be very much appreciated. But if at any case you won't be able to join, the recordings will be posted on eLearn.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sige po. Do I have questions pa or clarifications? I'm sorry, I can't see the raise button, so you may just speak if you have questions or clarifications. Okay, so just to guide you in your second module, so what you will see are around 5 to 6 videos. Just go through them so that you will be introduced to the concept of customer value proposition and markets. And next week or on the preceding weeks, or rather on the succeeding weeks, I will discuss each concept for better understanding. But at least for next on your Monday, we won't be meeting. We won't have a synchronous class on Monday. So I leave it to you to go through the videos on Monday and on the rest of the week and on next week. Then we will have the speaker on Thursday next week. Okay. Do I hear? Do you have any more questions or clarifications? So, okay, I think hearing none, I think we are good. So, said, just just for those who were not able, who are not yet able, or who were not yet able to do the introduction, please do so. I will read on them again. And if you would like to reply to those things that I've stated there, please do so so that I will know more about you and about your studies or your FY so that I can help you at least on my end and my network. So feel free to message me via email or via the eLearn Messenger. Okay, so do we have any more questions or clarifications? Okay, hearing none. Uh, I'll see you next week. I hope everybody is safe as well as with your family. So may I request someone to please lead the closing prayer? Siguro Miss Donabel, you could do the honor po on on the closing prayer if it's okay.
Okay, sir. Let's put ourselves in the holy presence of God and your Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.